because a healthy relationship with food is healthier than any kale salad you could ever eat. Think of this video more of a eat with me rather than a mukbang, just because I know the mukbang, it would be like a huge amount of food, and I just know that if it was a huge amount of food, I probably wouldn't finish it, and like food waste just sucks, doesn't it? So this is just a typical amount of food. Anyway, I thought I'd answer a few questions because I asked over on my community tab and on my Instagram, so that I'd have something to talk about instead of just having a video of me eating, you know what I'm saying? So grab a snack, grab breakfast, lunch, dinner, whatever time of day it is, and yeah, we can eat together. I think this is especially good during these times because, you know, a lot of us are by ourselves living alone, and it makes us feel less alone when we're eating with someone else. So what this is, by the way, is a lemon and dill pasta. I've also thrown in some olives, capers, asparagus, and some mushrooms. I can't get enough, guys, I can't get enough. I'm not gonna lie, I have had a little sample of it already and I can confirm it's bueno. It's very nice. Can you see the pasta? I want you to be able to see it in all its glory. I don't have a flip screen, so I can't tell. I'm gonna get the questions up, my friends. What am I doing? I still haven't taken a bite yet. Crazy. Cheers. By the way, if you don't like eating sounds, me neither. This probably isn't the video for you. I won't be offended if you click away. Are you planning to continue work as a recipe creator, food blogger? Can you make enough money from this? What's your daytime job? So I got a lot of questions like this. I would love to do this full time, but this isn't like my job. I just do this for fun. My main side hustle is Instagram, if you didn't know. So I started that like 2017 actually, late 2017. YouTube's more of a recent thing. And to answer your question, yeah, you definitely can make money from this, but I personally don't. I mean, I only recently got monetized on YouTube, which, thank you by the way, I couldn't do that without you. But it's not nearly enough to live on. I could do a video about my first YouTube paycheck. Spoiler, it's not a lot, but I'm totally fine with that because, as I said before, this is just a hobby and I really enjoy it. But yeah, I will keep doing this for as long as people want me to. I also got loads of questions about my daytime job, what I do for a living. I am actually unemployed, guys. Since the start of this whole situation this year, I lost my regular income. I mean, there's silver linings. I'm trying to take the positive from it. I can dedicate more time to my blog. But yeah, it's not great. Also lots of questions about my living situation. I'm living at home with my parents. I'm very, very grateful for that. I do pay board, not a lot, but I do pay it. So I'm able to like save a bit of money that way, because obviously I don't have like a massive income. Things can only get better, can't they? I got questions about my workout routine. I wish I could give you like a straight answer and say I do this, this and this every day, but it really just depends. As much as I say I like to practice intuitive eating, I also kind of like to do intuitive movement. So it sounds quite pretentious, but just sort of going with the flow and exercising when you feel like it. I've kind of mentioned it before. When I'm in the mood to work out, it means I get a good workout done, and if I'm not in the mood and I force myself to do it, it's never as good. So sort of just listening to my body and like moving when I want to. I'd say I'd follow like a YouTube workout around, at the moment, twice a week maybe. Ideally 3 to 4 times a week. I like to just do body weight, Pilates sort of movements, just like the 15 to 20 minute ones. However, I will say that I do like to stretch pretty much every day, whether that's just like a little yoga flow in the morning or doing split practice. I do like that. I feel like it just releases good endorphins and I feel good after doing them. People want to know my height. Guys, I'm really small. I'm so small. I'm 5'1", 5'2" on a good day. We can't have it all, can we? All of a sudden I just got really worried I wasn't filming. Hang on. My biggest insecurity of all time. Physically, I've never liked my nose. I feel like it's far too slopey. Like, I'm so critical of myself, but I feel like we all are. I always sort of sloped out too much. It's also a bit piggy. But think about it, how boring would it be if we all looked the same? So I kind of like it now. A non-physical thing, I'd say I'm always worried that I annoy people. Like, I get on people's nerves, so I don't want to be too overbearing. I also know that I can be kind of stubborn and uncompromising about things, and I'm working on that. But I'm not insecure about it. I sort of own it. I love asparagus. If you don't like it, try again. Try it in some garlic, bit of olive oil. Delightful. Yes, I have siblings. I have an older sister called Beth. She just moved out a few months ago actually into her first house, and like that's so amazing for her. Very happy and very jealous. So I live in a little town just north of Newcastle in the northeast of England. Very small, very quaint. I'm actually triggered how many times I got asked if I was planning on moving out soon. I would love to, but unfortunately my finances are just not quite there. So for the moment I'm really making the most of living at home and being able to save up that way. Yeah, but I would love to move out. I'd really love to move out, have my own space, be able to cook in the kitchen whenever I want. Obviously, if you've seen my videos, you know I'm like cooking all the time. And obviously I do content creation on Instagram and stuff, so I sort of need access to the kitchen. And it sort of compromises the time that my mum can be in the kitchen. That pretty much is the root cause of all our disputes and arguments. Oh my god. Have you ever been attracted to a girl? Well, funny you should ask. I love women. I think women are the best. I think they're funny, intelligent, powerful, amazing, beautiful. However, I like men, unfortunately, no matter how annoying they may be. I definitely find women attractive. I think they're beautiful, but I've never been attracted to a woman. I mean, have you seen Monica Bellucci? Like, stunning! On that note, someone asked me who my celebrity crush was. I don't know, I feel like I'm too old to have a celebrity crush. That doesn't mean I don't have one. I think Christian Bale is beautiful. I love Christian Bale. I also think Harrison Ford, circa Raiders of the Lost Ark, is just about the most attractive man ever. I think I like older men. I got a few questions asking how to develop a healthy relationship with food and how not to see food as the enemy, and I really, really wanted to answer this. I mean, it deserves its own video, to be honest, because, you know, it's a really important topic, but I'm going to try and answer it as best I can. I think you have to flip the switch in terms of your mentality and just sort of think how many people in the world would be so grateful to have the access to the food that we do, and you just got to sort of not take it for granted and see it as a blessing. Another thing you can think of is think about all the things you want to do in life and the things you want to accomplish. You wouldn't be able to do those things if you didn't fuel yourself properly. So you've got to nourish your body, you've got to give yourself the food it deserves, and then you'll be able to do things to the best of your ability, enjoy life to the fullest. You're also going to be a nicer person when you're well fueled. It's just the truth. And I'm really passionate about not demonizing certain types of food, like don't demonize chocolate, don't demonize pasta, all stuff like that, because a healthy relationship with food is healthier than any kale salad you could ever eat. And some practical advice to sort of get a healthier relationship with food, I'd say start cooking things for yourself. Find enjoyment in like cooking, discovering new flavours. Also try and revisit old dishes from when you were younger and feel the warmth and nostalgia that it brings you. And then you'll have that positive association and you'll enjoy it more and it'll be great, and it will evoke comforting memories, and you know, food is something to celebrate. It really is. It's also like delicious. It's so good. Look at that. Look at it. I'm not saying it's easy or it's going to happen overnight, but the more you do it, the more you just eat, the easier it will become, basically. And don't stress about it, don't put too much pressure on yourself, because at the end of the day, life is too short, life is far too short, and soon it'll just become second nature just to want to nourish yourself. A bit of a tonal shift here, but someone asked me what my favourite movie or TV series was. For movie, I'd say I love Silence of the Lambs. I think Anthony Hopkins is just incredible. I love any movie with Tom Hanks. I mean, have you ever seen The Green Mile? Incredible! But I also just, like, unashamedly adore Jurassic Park. And to be honest, every Disney film. I also got asked my favourite Disney films. I have a few. I'd say Lion King, Beauty and the Beast, Little Mermaid. Also, I rate Tarzan, I really do. Obviously everyone loves Mulan. I could go on, guys, I really could. Have I always been creative in the kitchen? I'd say definitely not. Not until I came home from university and had more of the opportunity to cook. Like, I had more time, I had better utensils, I had more space. Like, you really don't have much space to do things at university. And what did I study? I studied broadcast journalism in Manchester. Well, it was actually in Salford, but Salford's in Manchester. Yeah, and I got a first class honours. That's my biggest flex, guys. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I love journalism. We did everything. We did radio, we did TV, we did online writing, we did writing for newspapers, did a mix of it all. So I've always loved the idea of writing, doing journalism, things like that. I've got this ideal vision of me being Carrie Bradshaw, sitting in my New York apartment, just writing my weekly article, you know? Advice. Okay, I could do a whole video about how I grew my account on Instagram. I'm not saying like I'm a huge Instagram page. I think I'm at like 22k now, and I was on 4k at the start of the year, so it's been like a decent growth. It's a modest size account, I'd say, but I can definitely do a video on how I grew my account and all the little tips and tricks. But for now, I'd probably just say being consistent. When I started to post daily, she's always listening. When I started posting daily, that's when I saw like more engagement. And it's hard to post daily and not compromise the quality of the content that you're doing. Difficult. More questions about how to break diet mentality and diet culture and stuff like that. I'd say just unfollow everyone that you find is not promoting a balanced way of living. They won't be offended, don't worry, it's not harsh, you're doing it for yourself at the end of the day. And follow people that do make you feel good about what you eat. Favourite book? I love Roald Dahl, like I'm a child at heart. I also am a big fan of the Lord of the Rings trilogy. I'm really basic, aren't I? I love it. Do you want to get more piercings or tattoos? Definitely more piercings. I want my whole ear covered in piercings. I also wouldn't rule out a little, what else would I get? I might get my nose, I don't know. I'd never say never. For tattoos, I love them. I think they're ace. I think they look amazing. But I'm far too indecisive and I flip-flop all the time about what I'd want done. Tips for your mental health during quarantine. Find things to keep you occupied. Definitely don't be ashamed of taking time for yourself and doing a bit of self-care. Whether that's like surface level things like having a face mask, or if it's staying in bed an extra hour, things like that. Reading. Learning a new language. I mean, I haven't done that, but I could. I would love to go to New Zealand. It looks so gorgeous. I'd also love to go to Australia, obviously. Japan, I'd love to go to Japan. I think for me, New Zealand is my number one though, because it's actually because of Lord of the Rings. Like when I was younger, I used to just ogle at the scenery. It's just so gorgeous. I also really like just New Zealanders' relaxed sort of attitude. I wonder if anyone from New Zealand's watching. Favourite food? Unpopular opinion. Alert. Incoming. I am actually not the biggest pasta fan. I just feel like every bite is quite similar and it's all the same. I know people love pasta and stuff like that, but it's not my favourite. I do admire how quick and easy, and it's definitely all in the sauce at the end of the day. But it's probably my least favourite food. Well, I don't like cheese either, but that's different. My favourite, curry. Curry, always. I also love sushi. I love sushi so much. It's been ages since I've had authentic hand-rolled sushi. I want to do that first thing when lockdown's over. Go out and get some good old sushi. I love fish and chips as well. Shout out, I've always loved my fish and chips. I have to say something British, don't I? What inspired you to create content? Social media can be draining at times. The thing that keeps me going on social media is making connections with people online and finding a like-minded community. I think it's just so special, and that's the thing that keeps me going. The reason I started actually was because I needed an outlet for creativity. I used to do it with my best friend, but I ended up just taking over the account, and I have never looked back. I love it. Guilty pleasure. I like the Spice Girls. I think this person probably means food, but I don't really have a food guilty pleasure because I don't feel guilty about eating anything, apart from like embarrassing combos. Like I like Marmite and almond butter. It's actually really good. On a cracker. Please, let me be. Someone said, how much do I eat a day? Is it 3 meals and 3 snacks? I can't answer that because it changes every day. It just depends on whether I'm hungry or not. Sometimes it could be 4 or 5 snacks a day plus 3 meals. I mean, it's always typically going to be 3 meals. Sometimes it's no snacks a day. It really changes all the time. I just use my phone camera. It's the Samsung Galaxy S20 Plus, and I just use natural lighting all the time. I hate artificial yellow lighting. It's not the one. Do I like living in the UK, or could I see myself somewhere else? I could see myself in sunny Spain, I won't lie. But I do like the UK. I think I'm just used to the culture. I don't see myself living abroad long term. Someone said, would I want to move to a big city like London or Manchester? The answer is absolutely yes. Yes, yes, yes. I want to go back to Manchester so badly. It's my favourite. I love the people. I love the city. I love the shops. I love the culture. I love it there. In 10 years' time, I'd like to be married. I mean, I'll be 34. So I'd like to own my own home. That would be amazing. I better get saving, right? Pantry staples. Hot sauce. Tahini. Mustard. Favourite seasoning? I like lots of Indian flavours, so I like turmeric, I like cumin. I mean, it's a bit of a cheat to say like I like garam masala, because garam masala is just a mix of all the spices, but it's so aromatic and warming and I love it. I just love curry. If I could eat one thing for the rest of my life, I've thought about this. Potatoes. It's the obvious answer. I'm pretty sure you can live on potatoes as well. Doesn't Matt Damon do it in The Martian? Anyway, you can have them roasted, fried, mashed, boiled. I've finished my pasta, but I've still got a few questions. So, 1 minute. I'm gonna have this red velvet beetroot cupcake. Oh, I made them yesterday and there's only like 5 left. Tips on balancing life and school. Oh gosh, well, I haven't been in education for a few years now. Obviously I graduated in 2018 and that was from university. But I would say I downloaded an app where it would reward me if I wasn't on my phone. So it would lock my phone while I studied and that would give me like an incentive. But I'd also say not to be too hard on yourself and enjoy time that you're not studying. And it'll give you more motivation to work hard when you are working, rather than going full steam, studying all the time and experiencing like major burnout. TV show recommendations. If you haven't seen Sex and the City, go, do it. Do it now. The Office, Friends, Gilmore Girls. Favourite food, curry. Age, 24. Favourite animal, any big cat, like I like lions, tigers obviously, pumas, cheetahs, all of them. Favourite drink, coffee. Coffee. Eat only fruit or nuts forever? Nuts. Favourite season? Ugh. Well, it's winter now, so I'd definitely say summer. Sweet or salty? Salty, you know me. Always. How not to plan what you eat in advance? Tips on intuitive eating. For not planning, I'd say take the control out of your hands. Let someone else make something for you. Because at the end of the day, you're not going to know what you're craving until it comes to the time when you eat it. So you can't like days in advance say, I'm going to eat this at this time on this day. You might be hungrier than you thought you were going to be. You might not be as hungry as you thought you were going to be. On intuitive eating, if you have any calorie counting apps, anything like that, get rid of them. Get gone. We don't need them in our lives, guys. Wow, my chewing is so annoying. If you watched to the end, then thank you. I hope you enjoyed. I might do another one of these because that was quite fun. I very much enjoyed it. And remember to like the video. And I will see you in the next one. Peace out. This reminds me of that woman laughing at salad meme.